I am Neen. That is Becky.
Hey, hey.
And we appreciate y'all being here. Oh my goodness.
Really?
So it begins.
Did you get it all out?
Wow.
It begins early this evening.
Did you get it all out?
It begins
Like,
early.
I want to talk too.
I mean,
what?
well, let us get it out, and
I
then
wanna
we
talk
can
too.
we can bring you on in.
Hold on now, Seinfeld.
Hey, yeah. Slim, really, people don't understand how funny that little part
It is. That joint is hilarious. That joint
Hold
is
on,
hilarious.
Seinfeld. Man, that joint is funny.
But welcome to Let's Be Clear, y'all.
Again.
We got Mike Reed from Mike's Corner in here. He just has to be introduced. I don't
Like
understand
as if
what
y'all
that's
don't
about.
really know who he is.
I mean,
already.
Yeah,
At
they know me out
this
there.
point-
They know me out there. What's up, my peeps? All right, I see y'all out there.
I mean, you would think that they were like permanent co-hosts on Let's Be
yeah,
Clear.
for real.
They're not.
Nope. They think so though.
Wow,
They
really?
They
you would
really think so.
You would
This
think
what we
that
doing?
they.
This what we
Yeah.
doing?
You would think that they was counterparts because they
Yeah.
never have us on their show.
Ever.
Oh, y'all don't have. So y'all trying to say y'all don't have an open door policy?
Oh, we didn't know anything
Was it-
about the open
You
door.
know?
Yeah, we
Nah,
didn't know. We
okay,
were
I'ma tell you-
never
I'm-
told.
You know who y'all sounding like right now? Y'all sounding like Tiny. You didn't see the episode of Tiny and T.I. When they got together, he said, anytime you want to go to a show, party, whatever you want, you are welcomed. So he was having an album release party. She gonna say, you ain't invite me. He said, I invited you to everything a long time ago. You ain't got to ask every single time. If you want to go, you go. Y'all need to cut it out for real.
Hey, y'all see the boss man, right? So check this out. I know we sound crystal clear out there in radio land. That
Man,
don't
he
sound
a
good,
pin
don't it,
drop.
y'all? We sound
Boom.
good. We sound.
Yeah, coming through these airwaves.
Christmas came early up
Yes,
in this
it
joint.
did.
We on new mics and
Yeah,
everything. I'm
it
trying to
did.
tell you, we
Give
out
the Eddie,
here.
Hey, give you the
Yeah.
Eddie Kane joint. Da-dang. Hey, yeah. Hey, look, he about to choke himself out, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Slim.
Hey, so what's been going on, y'all? What happened with y'all for the weekend, and then we'll get into the first part of our week.
Okay.
So what's been going on? What you did this weekend, Becky?
I watched football. That was the highlight of my weekend because my skins won at the last minute.
Yeah, you see, she Redskins out up in this joint,
I was happy about that.
Mike.
Let's see here. I don't remember. I think I did some last minute Secret Santa gift shopping. Did that. You know, I had to find out what I needed to get. I had to get something out for my Secret Santa, so I finished that. And then, like Becky said, watch football. Football was on Saturday. Football was on Sunday.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It was a good weekend for football.
my fantasy joint, I was jive nervous. I was going into Monday night.
Pause. You can't tell this story. Let me.
Nah, let me.
Oh, so you gonna tell him? You gonna tell him that you went to sleep at 6:30? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
You can
my
tell him.
fantasy
You can tell him.
joint, I was jive nervous about. So I was playing Skull. So shout out to my co-host, my man Skull from Mike's Corner, which will be on next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on Win DC Radio. But I was up by 13 points going into last night game. He had Drew Brees. That's honestly 13 points. Ooh, excuse me. 13. I had 13. I was up by 13 going with Drew Brees against Carolina. I said, man, I know I'm gonna lose, so I don't even really want to watch that joint. So I went to bed probably like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It was 8 because when we came back from Lido's, you was gone.
Oh yeah.
I did the
Remember?
Christmas joint, like, you know, you wake up and hope
Right.
you have the Christmas present you want. So I woke up the next morning, my phone was going off, and I just seen all the group, and our group messages was like, congrats to the Final Four, and they was like, Mike Reed. I was like, I won?
You won?
Wait a minute, hold fast. I go to the stats. I said, oh, I'm psyched. I made it to the Final Four. I just knew I was going to lose that joint, though. But, you know, hey, What's up, Bean Pie? Shout out to my main Bean Pie. What's up, Brian? Yeah, it do sound great in this joint. Hey, Nico. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Make sure y'all tune in to my man AJ Throwback tomorrow, 11 a.m. Bars. Y'all know what it is. It's bars. Hey, look, I'm gonna say, Joseph, he supports our show. He watches our show a lot. So this the funniest thing right now, though. He tuned in early like a mug because he want to get in on the conversation with the with the King R&Bs and all that stuff and the female. He tried to get on that conversation early. Joseph.
I knew he was coming. So his comments is gonna be.
Man, Tasha was here early too.
Yeah. They want to be in on it. I'm trying to tell you.
Tasha, I hope you. Hey, young, you know you little now, Tasha. You ain't got that weight no more. Please don't drink with me no more. This is future references, man. All right, man. You know I care about you a lot, man. I care about you a lot. So next time, hey, I'm gonna next time you start drinking a lot, I'm gonna say, hey, Becky, what she need to do? Got to hold on.
Hold on, there, son.
You can't drink with the boss. BAWSE. But that's how that last night went, though. I woke up and made it to the Final Four, so hopefully I can have another good week in fantasy football to make it to the Super Bowl. She said, hello, Angry Birds family.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. So check it out, y'all. I'm looking at my phone. Because my child is in my house watching my macaroni and cheese that's in the oven because I'm telling you, Becky is my witness. Becky, how fast did I?
In 2.5 seconds, that joint was boiled, put together, in the oven. Boom. Just like that.
I was trying to cook the noodles to make sure that I had them perfect. I stood over that hot-ass stove and just kept stirring both pots. I have a gift exchange at work, and I promised macaroni and cheese. I won't be eating their food, but I promised that I would bring macaroni and cheese, so I'm going to do it. My house is just getting a bonus because I couldn't make macaroni and cheese and be swooping it out of there and have Becky and Mike in the house because they would have been like, hold on, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Where you think you're taking that pan at?
So she is watching it for me.
Thank you, Bean Pie.
And I'm keeping up with her. So she only got 10 more minutes. She just sent me a picture. It's about right. It's about right.
So hey, shout out to my man Coop. What's up, Coop?
Super Cooper.
My weekend was dry. Like real dry. Friday I didn't go anywhere. Saturday I didn't go anywhere except to our sock drive, which neither Becky nor Mike
forgot all
even
about
said
that.
anything about that. So Saturday we did our sock drive. Again, thank you to everybody that contributed. We actually had more socks than we gave out. So we are like up.
For next
Stocked up?
For the next, yeah, we got
even
so
in all
many
of that
socks.
rain,
and
we
that
was
was
out
us.
there.
That was with us doubling up. Like,
Yeah.
if you got a bag of socks, we told you want another bag. So we was giving out 2 bags of socks, and we still got so many socks. So thank you to everybody that donated to that because we surpassed the amount that Mike wanted us to have. So good looking out, y'all.
Don't forget we gave them coffee and donuts. They were like,
We
they must like that because remember the lady said, "Is that coffee?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Good, I think, cause I want some coffee
Yeah,
so
they
bad."
love them donuts too.
Oh, they-
Yeah, we gave out Krispy Kreme donuts and
they said Krispy
It's like, oh, Krispy Kreme. Oh yeah.
yeah. In the winter, it's kind of hard for us to do the amount of food that we do in the summer months because you just out there, you cold. It was raining. Mm-hmm. We was soaking wet. Was raining, and that's what we say when we are determined to do something. It doesn't matter the weather. We were wet, hungry, just all kinds of stuff, but we stood out there until the crowd left, and then they went on to the next I'll call it a station because
that's what it is. Yeah.
The next set of people
What
I
was
think
it, Famous
was giving
Dave's?
out. Famous Dave's came out.
Yeah.
Famous Dave's came out and was giving food, so I'm sure that they was giving some nice little platters that they could hold on to for the day. And then I watched football for the rest of the day. I didn't do much. Sunday, I went out. My friend Angie, she does butters and scrubs and stuff for her skin. So she had a little get together. And of course, when women get together, they talk. And I'm just telling you, the stuff they was talking about, I was like, whew, it made me send Mike a text message. I was like, good God Almighty. Life is tough. Out here in
It's
these
hard.
streets.
It's real hard.
And that was it. But Sean just popped in. What up, Sean?
What up? What up? Popped in.
How was your weekend?
Popping.
You was late. That's gonna cost you fine. 50 cents.
50 cent.
50 cent fine.
All right, that's cool. I'll take that. Weekend was pretty good. Chilled out. Saturday, hooked up my man Dirk. Went over to first we had a meeting a day early.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
shout
did.
out. But it worked out.
It worked
Yeah.
out. Yeah, so I hooked up with Dirk and we went out to this joint at the Bottom Line little bar over there in Clinton for a minute. But I did a little bit of shopping,
yeah.
a little bit of shopping during the day. But everything was cool. And then Sunday I just chilled out, watched some football, volleyball. Wasn't too happy about Dallas's turnout, but
Yeah,
you know,
y'all got
Goose
that.
egg.
Y'all
How many
got that
points did y'all
donut.
score?
the Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme donut.
Donut.
Hold on now,
Hold
Seinfeld.
on now, Seinfeld. Y'all get no points.
Donut.
It
A
was all,
whole big donut.
it was all good though, you know.
Hey, it happens. It happens to the best of them.
Yeah, and then I see the Redskins pulled out one,
That was tough.
16-13.
That was yeah.
And we all, you know, it's all right. You don't need to talk too much about it, but yeah.
Why not?
Y'all won.
That was a great win with people on the team that I don't even know. Like,
Who your quarterback?
I don't know.
Josh Johnson.
Johnson.
Okay, well,
She knew that.
yeah.
She knew that because let me tell you how Becky do. So at first, Becky was in my bed watching the game. So she, we chilling watching the game. They wasn't too good. She gonna say, "I'm going back to lay down."
She was already laying down.
Yeah,
So she wanna go lay down, lay down.
Yeah, but she was like, "I'm going back to lay down." I said, "Oh, this game ain't going too well."
The Patriots win or they lost?
We lost.
I think, I saw
Yeah,
that.
we lost. We stink this year. We do. We are stinking it up.
Hey, well, New Orleans almost let one go the other night, though.
Well, I mean, I watched.
I'm
Mike
good with
didn't
that.
even know. Mike didn't even
I'm
know what
good.
was going on
Oh,
with the
for
game because
real?
he went to bed. So
Cause
when
I
he
was, it was all about fantasy for me because I was up on Skol by 13 points, but he had Drew Brees playing.
Oh, Drew was thinking.
and I told Mike, I was like, I could have told you won. He was like, what? What are you talking about? I said it was only 12-9. He was like, what? And that's when he started looking at the stuff or whatever. So that perked his little morning up.
Yeah, that score was crazy. It was a good game, but it was slow, but it was a good ending to it.
Yeah, that perked his morning up.
Yeah.
He
I can't
wasn't
wait.
doing too good before that.
Can't wait to get to this King of R&B stuff, boy. 'Cause
Man, y'all are on it. So let me set y'all up.
Did y'all see
Because I
the
know
Keith Sweat
so
joint?
many people.
Nah, I heard about that though. I don't know what happened, but I heard about it.
He
What?
ran up on Keith Sweat.
Who?
Jacquees.
And what was it? And Tank too, right?
Yeah, but
We
now
gotta say that. We gotta say that for the segment. We gotta say.
Yeah,
it for
you
the
gotta
segment.
save it for the segment. So let me set it up. So this is how this segment came about. When we had our meet, and I think we was talking about music, different people, and we mentioned the Jacquees thing, and I explained my point on why he could never be the king of anything except he can be the king of that, but that's about it. So we talking, and we was like, this is a good segment because everybody that's listening know music is my life. Remember the little boy that said, "Oh my God, Chipotle is my life." Remember when he loved that? That's how I feel about music. So we was all talking, and we all have our reasons and who we think and why we think. So that's how the segment came about. And I said, man, this is going to be a good segment because I know a lot of people that watch our show love music too. And if Joseph is listening, I just can't wait for him to chime in because I know he's going to go
see who his
completely
picks
in.
are.
This joker said
Yeah,
everybody
he's going
else is
to-
trash truck juice.
He's talking about this. He said the whole time
I'm
the
telling you.
Pats might be one of the best teams after a Super Bowl loss of all time. But everybody else is trash truck juice.
Listen, he had a weird meal today. You know, I follow him on Facebook. He was eating Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes and stuff all on the plate, and he gonna say, "Judge your mother."
Was it touching?
Yeah, that's what it had to be, and
your
that's why.
food
Yeah,
can't
that's
touch.
where he got me. Some things can be mixed, but me, I
Yeah.
like my. You know,
Gotta
like
be
everybody
separate.
likes macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes to touch. I don't. It's got to be separate. It's got to be separate. So that's how that segment came about. So that's how we gonna get into that just around about here. You want to take a break?
We can
Take
we
your
can
break.
we can take a
yeah,
quick break.
we're gonna take a quick break and come back because we ain't gonna be able to break off in that segment. Be right back.
Are you hungry like I am? Let me tell you what you should do. You should head right on over to DC's first IHOP located at 1523 Alabama Avenue Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's the first black-owned and operated IHOP in D.C. At IHOP, they want you to think of their table as your family's table. Create new memories and enjoy the food you love with the people you love. And they will take care of the cooking. We promise you that Renata and her team will take real good care of you. They are open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and open 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. So stop by and let them know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you. And guess what? You just might get a discount.
Hey, looking to purchase a new home? I got the real estate agent just for you. Check out Ms. Sakina Kingwood, Realtor and CSR with Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. She lists and sells homes in Maryland and Washington, D.C., specializing in Southern Prince George's County and Northern Charles County, Maryland. New home sales, move-up buyers, and first-time home buyers are her specialty. To discuss your real estate needs, call or text Sakina Kingwood at 240-375-4790. Let her know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you.
Hey, this.
Wrong one, sorry. Yo, I'm Mike Reed,
I'm Will. And this is Scope.
And this is Mr. Sean.
and we are
Mike's Corner.
right now. Y'all tuning to the ladies of Let's Be Clear, Nina and Becky, on Win DC Radio. 2018 is getting heavy.
Yo, let me ask y'all something. Do you like a nice cigar?
Ooh. Really? That's how you feel about it?
No, the man told me that.
You ain't- but
open
you
the
ain't
mic.
have to do it
Even
like
though
that,
I ain't have
though.
to do nothing to my mic.
None of the all of them still on, so I don't know. That's that new
No,
mic.
y'all's not on. It was just mine.
No, he said Mike's. Will said Mike. All the mics are on. Oh, Joe said it might be Mike's mic. Nah, it was the white joint.
Yeah, it was this guy's. The late guys.
The late guy.
It was the late guy.
All right, y'all. So, the segment, the king, queen of R&B. Now, it's not really the king, queen of R&B because for me, there's different genres. So I don't think that somebody that's the queen of R&B is necessarily the queen of soul. I don't know. Y'all hear back? Yeah. Okay. Cause that was a little weird right there.
Yeah, it was.
It's called feedback.
That's what
Got
it was.
that, Draco got that kickback.
Real fast. Did y'all see the Cardi B joint?
Which
Her and
one?
James Cohen?
Yeah.
That joint was funny. That was a good one.
She
That was a
crazy
good
as
one.
hell, man.
Yeah, I think I'm about to download her album.
You just down one.
Just
down.
Yeah, I don't listen to it. Yeah.
It's pretty good, dog. It's a pretty good album.
Man.
What's up, Papa Joe? We love you too, sir.
Hey, Papa Joe.
Joseph gonna say the mic is still hot.
Yeah.
Right. My mind sounds.
Abort. Abort.
Joseph said there's a difference between R&B and soul. That's that's what we saying.
Let me see.
It is a difference between R&B and soul, so that's why we figured we should get the who everybody thought the king of R&B, queen of R&B.
I'm
king
going with
of soul,
Jacquees.
queen of
Should
soul.
be.
Not.
I still don't understand why he said that.
No, what I don't understand is how some people came to his defense saying, "Well, you know, you gotta feel as though you that's you."
No,
Nah, bro.
No, you don't say that.
He hasn't even put
you
no work in yet.
Aspire someday to be.
He hasn't put a dent in anything.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Who are you, son?
But what he's doing is what he want. It's a good thing for R&B because it has a lot of people talking about it now. So you're gonna have some artists.
That is true.
Some artists that come out and say, well, you know, let's go ahead and make a stab at it. Like Tank said, you know, let's just go out here and make some real good music. You know, let's see what everybody got.
That's the grown folks answer to the situation.
Well, see, he said between 16 and 25 is his era, so he's the king.
Who
of
said that?
Jacquees. So from 16 to 25, he's the king of that.
He's still not the king of that.
No, he's
Hey,
not.
We know
He's
that.
still not the king of
But
that.
that's just
because
that's what
first
he
of
wants
all,
to be.
Let's just take the layers off the onion, peel them back. First of all, to be a king,
Considered.
okay.
So you're gonna skip over the Duke. You're gonna skip over the Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
You went straight to king status.
He is the court jester right now, okay, in the kingdom.
Joseph would say that boy got big hopes with 3 songs.
Okay, so Joseph, that's where I'm going with it. Let's just peel all that back. First of all, you don't have one number one. Like,
What they should have told him, Becky.
Get out of here. That's what they should
But
have done.
before he said it, what they should have said, should have told him to hold on.
Hold on now, son.
Hey, yo, I'm about to tell him the king of R&B. What he should have said?
Hold on now, son.
this man, I mean, I know that your camp is supposed to big you up and have you, gas you up and throw the batteries in your back and have you believing that it is what it is. But come on, man.
I mean, he's popping right now for his generation.
Come on,
but that's
man.
about it.
Hold on, hey, bars. Nah, we let you get away with that, Joe. So he gonna say, in all fairness, he did say for his generation. Granted, I still don't feel like he's thinking of he's the king of his era. But I do have a problem with this confidence. It ain't no fairness. Ain't no in all fairness, Joseph. No, ain't no in all fairness. Boy, he should have.
No,
they
I
should have
don't.
told him.
Well, you know what? I agree with the fact that I'm not mad at his confidence because you're supposed to believe. You're supposed to be that confident, so I'm not mad.
Papa Joe said
Papa Joe, he is not aspiring to be anything. He said, I am the king of R&B.
But not
for
just
my
that, but then they
generation.
try to back it up with some like doobie doobie doo.
Stevie Wonder song.
They're like, boy, you sound whore.
And Nick.
Rainbow.
That man said, I see us in the park. No, it's not. No.
Hey,
Look. Summer days, imagining.
But look though, talking about that, his trip joint, that's my ringtone. I like that.
No, I'm
But
not
that's
saying
about
that.
it, though.
I'm not saying that the boy don't got some talent.
Yeah, he got a little
I
talent.
mean, that boy good.
He got some talent.
He ain't got no king talent.
No.
No, he doesn't have the body of work.
He a little bit better. He's a little bit better than Randy Watson.
Just a little bit.
Sexy chocolate.
Yeah.
That's my man right there.
He is a little bit better than Sexy Chocolate. That's it. Like, other than that, I mean, no, I don't like it.
We trying to get these sounds together.
Did you go to your?
Yeah, that's my.
Did you go to the Quiet Storm?
That's
voice?
my Quiet Storm voice.
The what was open? The other mic. Oh, Joseph said, yeah, that's the biggest issue. He has no big hits. Granted, 4275 is one of my favorite albums of 2018, but he still doesn't have enough of a resume.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I mean, to be honest, for me, I know that a king of whatever the genre is comes with what, that generation.
Right.
But we had this conversation when we were eating breakfast. When I pick my king, queen, or whatever, I pick people that legends. I don't have, legends for me. So you're not the king of anything for me.
No.
Well, guarantee you, he got a whole rack of downloads right about now.
I mean,
Oh, of
he
course.
made a
Nah, I
point.
don't think he got a rack of downloads. He might have got a rack of views because everybody wanted to hear what he said personally. But I don't think I ain't gonna.
No, I'm talking about downloads for his music.
No, I don't think he got a rack of downloads. He got a rack of views for that video right there.
We'll look it up.
I mean, I'm not looking it up because I'm not that concerned with it. I'm with Joseph. I even got 4275 on my
No, that's his album.
That's the title of his album? I thought that was Usher joint. Isn't Usher's like
8701.
okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to
Like, come on, bro.
on
Like,
to the new.
no, I mean, no, not. I'm with you. Like, what, 4275. Like, what is that?
It's probably his
Yeah,
birthday.
so I mean, I'm not gonna say
He's
that.
probably born
I'm not gonna say
April
that the
the
boy
2nd,
don't have talent.
1975.
I'm just
Maybe.
saying he's not a king.
Yeah.
Is my point.
He's not there yet.
No.
Like we say, he doesn't have the body of work. He hasn't really put the work in to be considered that king. Don't forget about Chris Brown and Trey Songz if you want to go into
That's what I'm saying. You
that
talking about
era,
that's
that
16,
16,
25.
25.
Jumping over them two.
you know.
Yeah,
And they
I'm
still in this
and
era.
they still in this
Yeah.
era. And for me, if I had to choose, it would be Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, it definitely wouldn't be Trey Songz
Right.
because I'm not. He has some hits and he got some joints that I bounce out to. I mean, I still listen to his first album with the straight back.
He said 4275 is the address where he grew up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not.
What's up, Darren?
You know, I still listen to Yo
What about somebody at my
from Chris
job?
Brown. So it's like I go all the way back.
They say Usher, and I said, okay, well, Usher has a nice catalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Usher
of course.
does.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people in the talks. It's just that when I think King, even though they are the kings, Usher might be in the talks of my generation.
Yeah.
But when I think of them, I don't think of them like that. You know, when you tell me king of R&B or whatever, I'm thinking Luther Vandross. I'm like way back. Not to say that they're not. It's just that that's where my mind goes. It goes back because we talked about that. Queens. Who's the queen? And the first thing that came out of my mouth was Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight. Those, and I'm not saying that everybody else is not. I'm just saying for me, those are my kings and queens.
Now, Keith Sweat said back in the day, you never heard Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross, or anybody else of that in that genre at that time ever say who's the king of R&B.
They not like that. First of all, they wasn't as catty as the women. You know what I mean? Like
And they didn't have
Aretha, Gladys, Patty.
Oh,
and
yeah.
these bros was beefing.
Yeah, they were straight deep.
Now, I would
They
give
was
it.
beefing. They was beefing.
I would give it to Luther if in that time frame, in that era.
Right, but
King
my
of-
favorite singer of that era is Teddy P. For me, I'm not saying, but you can have a favorite singer and still not really just throw the king out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for Luther, come on, man.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
even
all
know how
around.
many hits and
that
or whatever
he has.
I have no idea. Like
He got
I probably need to go in my Memodex and go back, but
a lot
that's
of people.
what I'm saying.
A lot of people don't know Luther did a whole lot of cover songs. He did a whole lot of cover songs versus originals. He made a lot of cover songs his own.
Joe said I get a nod to Luther for the king of R&B too.
Huh?
He said Joe said he get a nod for king, for the king of R&B too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so many, but that's what we was talking about. Good singers,
Right,
We
that's-
got into good singers, and we was saying there's so many people that you can put in the talks of different categories.
There's no singers now. Not in if he wanted to say the 16 to 25 era, nah.
No, they
There are
don't.
no
it-
singers.
They don't have
It's not.
It's,
or the ones that are out there that
They-
can be that you
right.
can listen to. These kids are not listening to them,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it's even my kids, because Symphony will be in the car with me, and she like, "Who is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Or what are you listening to? And it be music from today.
Good music.
Right.
You know, she swear everything that I listen to be old, but it be today. She was in my car and I was listening to Eric Roberson. And she was like, "Who is this? I don't know him, and I don't even know this song."
Now he's very talented, and he can flat out do it,
He can flat out
and
do
does
it.
not get the recognition because
We'll be
Yeah.
here all
Yeah,
day
man.
about those that don't get the recognition,
No.
even the ones that are already.
but they
Established and still
One thing
don't
came out
get
of
the
that
play that they should.
Yeah.
with Keith Sweat, Tank, and Jacquees. I think the way the conversation ended, Keith Sweat said, well, "Look, I still got a whole lot of Make It Last Forever up in me. I can go in the studio now and we can do something." So him and Tank, Jolly got off the microphone and said, "Hold on, man, we ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. So you just, if Tank and Keith Sweat get together on something."
Were they already together?
No.
No, that was LA.
They were just
Yeah.
at the show together.
Yeah, and they was and then Tank was with Tyrese and Genuine
Yeah.
TGT,
TGT or something, yeah.
One of them.
TTG, whatever. I didn't buy it.
Joseph said exactly, Sean. Nobody wants to talk about how many covers Luther did, but mainly because he often did them better than the original singers.
Fact.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Man.
Exactly.
Arlene said people back in the day did not profess themselves like today's so-called artists. Artists back then truly earned their title with hard
they
work and
did.
They
consistency.
worked.
They
I
worked.
am sure there was some bickering and dissent, but their music still stands today. With what can today's artists say when they continually sampling music from the back in the day? And Papa Joe said, R. Kelly says, "Hell to the no." Dern said Anthony Hamilton.
Oh yeah, that's my
Oh, well,
man.
he
all
blows.
day.
yeah.
He blows.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's just what I'm saying. These are stars from today that, you know, Anthony Hamilton is known and he's known, but I'm talking about somebody like Donnell Jones. I think that he sings
He still got it.
great. And still today and never got the stuff that, you know, he should get. But I gotta stop. So y'all know I'm always listening to like XM Radio, got them old school stations. And I was listening to the Bee Gees. And I'm listening to the song.
Yeah.
I'm listening, right? And I'm like, in my mind, I hear the song that they're singing. But in my mind, I'm singing R. Kelly. Because the song I never knew came from a Bee Gees song. That song, Girl, I Can't Figure It Out. Your Kisses Taste Like Honey. R. Kelly and Jay-Z had did that song on there.
Double up.
Whatever that. It's a Bee Gees song.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But it's a Bee Gees song, and those are the words.
Wow.
I can't figure it out. Your kisses, and I was like, man, I would have never known.
That's
When
called
y'all was
digging in the
talking about,
crates.
sampling. I never knew that. It's called like honey or bitter honey or something or something like that.
It's called Honey,
It's called Honey, right, by the Bee Gees.
but not by the. I don't know if it's called by the Bee Gees.
No,
but I
their
know.
song is Honey too. I
Oh,
don't know
but it's
exactly
called-
what
yeah,
the
it's Honey
words
then.
were, but it was crazy that it was the Bee Gees singing it. But I'm thinking R. Kelly and
But that's what this
Jay-Z in my head.
generation, when they hear their songs and then they hear the original songs, and they try to say that the newer artists copied off of it. No, they sampling from old school.
They got
Like
big joints from
it was
old
the song
school.
been out.
And it happens all the time. Like I can be listening to something and say, I heard this beat before. And you just don't. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Joseph said as a flip of something T.I. once said, they're not even singing on real mics. Just get high and say whatever the fuck they feel like.
Fact.
Yeah.
How many times do we listen to a song and say, if we had a dope beat, the stuff
could
that
make a
comes
hit.
out of our mouth, I'm telling
We
you,
could definitely make a hit.
if somebody bugged my car and it heard some of the stuff that come out of me and Becky's mouths in that damn car, they'd be like, hey, yo, you need to... We be singing, repeating songs or putting new words in songs and like listening to punchlines. Like, really? Like, what was we listening to coming from the gym this morning? And I was
It
like,
was
I can't
Chris
believe
Brown.
that this joint
How
is
you?
making...
What do you say? How you hating? You can't even get in.
No, yeah.
Fresher than the mud.
That's it. That's it. Look at me now.
Now, yes.
And it was like, damn, that one.
Oh, the
little-
the
I'm
Chris
fresher
Brown
than
joint?
a motherfucker.
The Chris Brown
and
joint?
we was singing
Yeah,
it
How
like...
you wait from outside the club? You can't even get in.
I told Becky, I said, we say stupid punchlines like that all the time. We probably would have a hit.
Man, for me, Joseph said real quick. He said kind of like Peter Guns and Lord Tariq joint sampling Black Cow by Steely Dan. You never think a Steely Dan song would end up a hip hop song.
That's right.
For me, it's R. Kelly.
Y'all gotta say who y'all kings are. Like y'all.
For
kings
my
and
king
queens,
is
though.
my king is R. Kelly. And the thing about it is, I'm not even going back to 12 play because I wasn't even liking R. Kelly in 12 play. I was an Ern Hall fan when they both came out. I was on her. I thought Ern Hall was gonna be that longevity.
He let R. Kelly shut him down.
Yeah, R. Kelly just shut him down, stole his
that-
whole look and his style.
That man came out with "I Miss You" and was gone.
I'm
But,
talking
like,
to you, baby.
And people don't realize a lot of stuff R. Kelly wrote for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wrote for the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
I mean, he definitely could be in the talks. Of course,
His catalog, his catalog alone puts him in the king of R.
yeah,
the king.
but his you know how you always tell your kids you can be great in school and then that one bad thing you do just overshadow everything.
Mm-hmm.
He could be the king, but because of his personal life,
See, I don't know him
It
personally,
just-
so that don't matter to me. That's how I
he
feel.
is a pedophile.
However, you may be that, and people can say that about Michael Jackson then.
Okay, too, but I'm saying these are the things that overshadow you loving somebody for just their musical talent. Because R. Kelly is definitely,
We just
He's
talking
a
about
genius.
we just talking about music and catalog. We ain't talking about the personal life.
well, I can't separate it when it comes to him. But
For me, R. Kelly is the king of R&B. From my generation on, like,
he's not the king of R&B right now.
for me he is. You ask Al, so that's my opinion. I think he's the king of R&B right now.
For your generation, I guess this is where the situation with Jacquees comes in because he's thinking generational.
I mean, you can only do generations, in my opinion,
based
because
on your generation. I don't
Yeah.
think you can do based on your generation because I didn't pick from my generation, but I get what Mike is saying from his.
Like with Luther, for me, Luther sounded good back then, but I really wasn't into music like then. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't all into the music thing.
people forget about Rochelle Farrell.
She ain't the queen of nothing. But
No, but I'm just saying.
scatting. Scuba doo boop bop bop. She can get that.
Yeah,
And then she can't even be the king. She can't even be the queen of that because
she did
I
more
mean
jazz.
Nina Simone and all of them would kind of kick her out.
But see, me, like I said, it's generations for me. But you know, it's just like sports. You know, people want to say King James. I'm going Jordan all day, but it's like in your era, in your time frame, because everybody's era had a somebody.
Well, who in your era?
I'm gonna go with R.
if you
Kelly.
going it?
I'm gonna go with R. Kelly.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay to
Yeah.
go with him.
No, I'm
He's a musical genius.
is.
I will
He
give him
is.
that. I
musically,
will
musically and
not
all
take
that.
from him.
I'll take R. Kelly.
Joseph said that's because Ern Hall was locked up for years. He just like killed his own career. And he said Rachel for real is a beast though.
She definitely is.
So Becky,
To be honest, I can't pick like a king.
Okay.
I like artists.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's your favorite artist? Like if you had to
in a
pick
minute?
from your
Mm,
generation.
I mean, I like R. Kelly.
He's
like-
probably gonna be the top.
Just
yeah, because
Cause-
the
cause
longevity of
yeah,
it, and it's
just
stuff
because
like
starting out like from when he came out in his song, yeah, that was some good stuff. going.
oh okay.
You know, you can get into some good stuff listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah,
You can get in some trouble. Listen to R. Kelly.
Okay. I mean, I just did because it's almost like when you talk about rappers, like Jay-Z is like got to be the king of. I was a diehard pop. I would never say Jay-Z was the king of nothing, but over a period of time, when people start singing or rapping and you still can relate to it, that kind of put me over. So like it's like
hands
Jay.
down, Jay would be the king for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, like I said, it'll be R. But I know you more musically inclined, Nee, and you got different levels when it comes to music, as far as different genres and everything. But I know we talking about R&B, because I know with you, I can say, well, who's the king of R&B? Okay, you gonna give me one. Boom, who's the king of soul? You gonna give me one. See, I can't go that much in depth with all that. She probably could. But for your king, I mean, I got honorable mentions. I mean, of course, I love.
Not honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Right.
I got honorable mentions. I got
Ones that just quite didn't make the cut.
Ones that try to, ones that
they
came,
right there.
because there's only
though.
one king.
Yeah, it
But
can
you know,
only be
it's
one.
a couple of ones that try to come through the door. And you got to hit him with the hold on, Seinfeld.
Hold on now.
Y'all
So I
gonna
mean,
kill me with this sound
I like
effects.
John Legend. I like him. I mean,
He's in. Yeah.
you know, I like a couple of his tunes. I like a couple of Music Soul Child.
Music.
But
I
he's
can't.
horrible live though. Like I like some of his music, but he is horrible.
You
if
have
you go see
studio
him
artists,
live.
and you have.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to, if for my generation, R. Kelly was holding it down. I can't take it from him. He definitely had our generation on lock.
Right.
There was a whole bunch of people that we still listen to because I listened to several people, but he was the constant.
Right. He stayed relevant. I mean, and he is still.
I think that's what it is.
He's
It's
still
the
relevant
relevancy.
now, even though he's under this dark cloud within his personal life. But if he ever comes out of that cloud and drops a hit, we gonna listen to it again. Just like that one song he just did, I Admit, even though it didn't really go on the radio like
It wasn't
that.
wonderful. It wasn't for the radio.
Right, but it was still.
But it was a first of all, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but for me, for a singer, because I like R. Kelly, I guess so. But for
Right,
a
go
singer
ahead,
to keep your attention for 19 minutes,
Yeah, off of just admitting.
off just I admit, just to hear what he got to say for
Because
19 minutes,
You know what it was? It was creativity.
bow.
He's very creative.
That's what it is
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
When you
You
that
got
art,
that.
yeah, you
no,
got it.
No question.
Nobody has that.
But
Even though I want to say after the 5th Trap in the Closet video, even like the 6 through 22, even though that joint was dumb, is the creativity.
Yeah, it
But
still kept
but
you-
1 through
It
5,
kept you
every
listening,
Wednesday
though.
morning, you was
Yeah.
waiting for part. You heard part 1. Oh, I got to wait for part 2 next week. I got to wait for part 2. Oh, he got videos of this.
and it was on
got to
W-
get the video.
it was on WPZC too.
Yes, it was on PJC. I remember 'cause I was working up at Marlow Heights at the auto body shop. Every Wednesday morning, I had to hear it. I was like, oh, I got to listen to this joint.
Hey, but if Tank continues to go in the direction he's going, he can follow behind outside of the crazy stuff that R. Kelly does. He can follow behind in R. Kelly's footsteps as far as like writing for people and doing his own music and everything.
Cool.
Tank.
Mm-hmm.
And Tank is very talented. You know, he's written for Jamie Foxx. He's written for Ruben Studdard. He's written for a whole lot of people, and he's just that good. He just has to keep it going.
Joseph said, I think I could break it down for both generations of all time. If I had to say for my generation, then I would say R. Kelly. Begrudgingly, though. If I say all time, then I say Luther. Kendra, she said, what about Avant? Joseph said, music is Basura Live. Yeah, I guess you trying to say terrible.
Yeah.
He
That's
kills.
trash and
Yeah, he kills it. He kills it in the studio, though. Yes, we know he's admitting his imperfections. Chief of DC said Mr. Randy Watts is the real king of R&B. He already did the Randy Watts joint.
we said that.
Joe said, I admit, may have been more about people wanting to listen to a good train wreck. Of course, that's what it is. Tosh said, Trap in the Closet was epic. It was. That was epic. Like, again, as we go back to the creativity.
But it's nobody can do that right now.
Yeah, but like in the 90s, R. Kelly was definitely one of the big ones. Keith Sweat, no matter how much he begged, he was big.
Still was in there.
Big in the 90s. And
Man, Twisted is one of my favorite songs.
Yes,
he
Slim.
was big in the
Yes.
90s, and you definitely can't forget Babyface. Babyface.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what?
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
Now-
He messed it up.
Now-
He messed the
Now-
game up with all that.
He-
I'll
Now,
pay
hold
your
up.
rent.
Hold up,
I'll
hold
buy
up.
your clothes. Hold
I'll
on,
pay your
Seinfeld.
rent.
Hold on.
yeah, I mean, Babyface.
Yeah,
so,
and that's now he can be neck and neck with R. Kelly for that.
But he haven't done something so long.
But even if he come out with
but,
something,
but the thing about it is that's why I say you can be, you could typically be in the same genre, and like I said, you could still be that great, but with R. Kelly's creativity and all of that stuff, he
he had his
up
own
there,
lane.
but Babyface, he had his own lane. Babyface
Yeah,
had his own
own
lane.
And no,
Like, it wasn't
Babyface
even the
owned
same.
his lane.
It was different,
Yeah,
but
it
they
was a
both
whole.
still
It
could
was
get
all.
it.
It was all
Yeah.
R&B, but Babyface had his
Totally
own lane.
different.
Like you got Whip Appeal, the Cool in You, and all of that kind of them type of joints. It was different, but still,
And
he
now-
was hot in the 90s.
And you can still like his music is still if you put it on or it
You
comes
put
on.
Whip Appeal on,
You still
I'm
every
still
record-
going off on
Yeah.
it.
He wrote Bobby Brown's My Prerogative joint.
He wrote a lot. He
Right.
produced a lot. That's what I'm saying. In their own right, somebody
Okay.
might say that that person is the best for
He
them.
said, Pooja said, yeah, Babyface, yes, ma'am. She read my mind. Joe said, most musical geniuses are the most personally troubled. R. Kelly is no different.
They are. They
Um,
are.
Pooja said, Prince is going to get all of y'all. Prince, so I don't consider Prince R&B. He may be R&B. He's more of a pop, too.
Pop.
He's
Yeah,
he's
I-
more of
I wanna
that. He's in
consider
that
him
Michael
R&B.
Jackson genre with that
Yeah.
pop.
He had a few
Yeah.
hits that you might categorize as R&B.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. No, he had a
Oh,
few.
yeah, he had some.
He had some hits that make you be like, oh,
He had some R&B.
Yeah, he
That's
had some
what I'm
R&B,
saying.
but
He had some,
you
but
might not put him
overall-
in that genre.
nah, be right
Right.
because it's kind of 50-50 with the R&B
Because
and
he
the
can
pop.
go R&B, he can go pop.
I think he
Yeah.
was more. I think he was more R&B in his earlier
In the
joints.
70s and 80s.
and all
yeah.
of his
Yeah.
earlier joints because
Come back, nigga, come
And then
back.
overall,
I mean,
at
everybody
the time
knows-
when no
School's
one-
gonna say, how the fuck is Jacquees the king? King got a 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah,
the fuck out of here.
everybody can everybody knows something about certain singers or certain
Mm-hmm.
artists that you like. Oh, I know exactly what I was doing, or ooh, this song right here remind me of such and such.
Yeah.
You know, so Prince is that person. Like you got a Prince song that remind you of something.
Yep.
I can say an older guy for me that really gets me to thinking is Al Green and Sam Cooke. And
See, Sam Cooke,
Otis Redding.
only thing Sam Cooke did for me was a change gonna come. I don't know nothing
Yeah.
else after that.
Yeah. But Al Green's he had it. Grits.
Joseph said My Prerogative, which was Teddy Riley. Babyface did Babyface, but My Prerogative was done by Teddy Riley.
No, I meant the album.
Babyface was done by Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
Ronnie and Rock With You and Every Little Step for Bobby on that second
Yeah.
album. Gerald Levert.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah, I love some
yeah.
Gerald.
That's my man right there, boy.
Of course, Scooter said Chris Brown. We said Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris
Trey
Brown.
Songz, R. Kelly. We said heck yeah, Al Green. But you know, that's what we saying with as far
it's
as like
different.
Chris Brown and all them trying to get through the door. Like, I mean,
Chris Brown is right there because first of all he's creative as hell.
yeah, he can stay in the lobby. Chris Brown can be right there in the lobby.
He can-
He
Yeah.
right. He can sit. He one of the ones that can sit
He
closest
can
to the door.
keep- Yeah.
I've only seen him once because I only had to take my niece to a concert once, but he is a hell of an
I would love to
entertainer
see him.
in
I
live.
haven't seen
I've
him.
seen
And
him.
I'm sure that he's only gotten better from the stories that you hear from people going to see him or whatever. And other people that you knew from the 90s, 2000s, Maxwell, he was
Oh,
one
yeah.
that you knew about. He didn't have tons and tons and tons of hits, but he was definitely someone that you
Yeah,
listened
he
to.
can sit down at the table. He can sit at the table.
Yeah.
You know,
The show we went to with him and Mary.
Yeah,
That stage
who
presence
else?
was
Jaheim.
awesome.
There's a whole bunch
Yeah.
of people that was there. Like I'm not putting them in King talks. I'm just saying that these are relevant people from the 90s and the 2000s, which is technically our era. I don't know who else.
And see, when we think about King of R&B,
Usher definitely.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he
represents
said
that for
he
Usher.
he sit close to the door. He can sit close to the door too.
Who else started to come out with hits? Neo.
But Pooja said, what about Jamie Foxx?
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a few.
Okay.
He definitely had a
And I
few.
think, I think Jamie won't get the recognition he deserves because of his comedic
He's
skills.
a triple threat.
He's a triple thret as far as
Yeah.
a comedian.
I got his
Actor.
first
Actor.
CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never get his first CD.
In fact,
Yes.
I got a cassette and a CD.
Yeah.
And when that joint came out, I'm like, Slim, y'all don't know about this? Man, we didn't listen to Jamie Foxx. I said, okay, just watch. And when that joker, man, when he blew up, I was like to see. I dumb motherfucker. Try to tell y'all, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Infatuation was vicious, though.
Yeah, but now, of course, like you said, he got some out now.
Marvin
And
Gaye.
then, oh yeah, you got, of course, Marvin Gaye. When you start taking back to the old school, you got to say Marvin Gaye. You got to do certain people like that.
But see that, and then
I said Tyrese
different
earlier.
genre.
Tyrese just body of
Yeah.
work. I think he
No,
just.
he has a good body of work, but he's just not displaying it right. And he has a lot of personal issues going on now. But
But R. Kelly wrote his whole album for him, so
yeah, but he's a hell of a damn singer.
no, he is. I was watching Tyrese from the Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with him. I mean, he just needs some more work.
he just got to get out of his own way.
Yeah.
And see that TGT project, I loved it. To just see all three of them get together for R&B to show that you can still sing about love and happiness, this and that, instead of just talking about dropping your panties, this and that, but just talk about getting to the panties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that CD, that project was it was good to me.
Joseph sitting there, Al Green is a perfect example of the difference between R&B and soul. That's a good old Southern soul. One point that you haven't touched on back in the day that the great male singers were in groups.
Yeah, that's
true. We gonna get into that after we take this break, though.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna give y'all just a little bit more of this segment. I did not know this segment was gonna go this long.
Don't forget LSG. Don't forget LSG.
Shame on me. But we'll be right back without Sean talking on the mic because it's hot.
Yo, God. Is it still?
Yo, I'm Mike Reed.
I'm Will.
And this is Scope.
And this is Mr. Sean.
And we are
Mike's Corner.
Right now, y'all tuning to the lady of Let's Be Clear, Nina and Becky, on Win DC Radio. 2018 is getting heavy. Hey, looking to purchase a new home? I got the real estate agent just for you. Check out Ms. Sakina Kingwood, Realtor and CSR with Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. She lists and sells homes in Maryland and Washington, D.C., specializing in Southern Prince George's County and Northern Charles County, Maryland. New home sales, move-up buyers, and first-time home buyers are her specialty. To discuss your real estate needs, call or text Sakina Kingwood at 240-375-4790. Let her know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you.
Are you hungry like I am? Let me tell you what you should do. You should head right on over to DC's first IHOP located at 1523 Alabama Avenue Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's the first black-owned and operated IHOP in D.C. At IHOP, they want you to think of their table as your family's table. Create new memories and enjoy the food you love with the people you love. And they will take care of the cooking. We promise you that Renata and her team will take real good care of you. They are open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and open 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. So stop by and let them know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you. And guess what? You just might get a discount.
What you thought it was, nigga? Shit, it's family over everything, nigga. Shit, if money ain't in the bank, damn sure it's in the bag. Y'all niggas ain't fucking with us, nigga. We gonna keep it how we do it, you know.
Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. What's the mission? Get that work and find a kitchen. Listen, you can find me in that laboratory, steady mixing like you do that lean with the soda. Haze in a grape swisher, that's a fruit roller. Chevy nigga, but fuck with that GT Cobra. Fox body, hopping out no socks with the loafers. Badge of honor from loyalty, certified soldier. I say, hold up, we gon' roll up, pockets roll up. Get to know us like the fuse, I'm about to blow up. You go harder, gotta show us. Shorty bopping, we ain't stopping. Hey, it's money over rollers, yeah. Chase a bag, hating niggas, just promoters, yeah. If I was you looking at me, I wouldn't cross them. I'd be cool and pass the message to them niggas in your section. Flexing like we won't toss them, beat the brake dust off them. I just chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. You better not be in line when it's feeding time. Cause me and mine gon' be ripping through your carcass. I'm trying to see where your heart is. I'm officially the hardest. That's official. SK, position like a marksman. Ready for war, I got them slipping in the darkness. Back against the ropes, go harder, don't go. I learned that in 94, seen the income level low. Niggas beefing toe to toe, we was scraping every penny, now I know. All that pride go out the window when you broke, yeah. I'm out that window with a scope, aiming for that bag, where that money at. It's the KID, took my crown, placed it on the throne, had to save my seat. That's right. Whoa, it ain't no game, so don't play with me. No, in my zone, that's the place to be. Behind the wheel, chasing the bag, trying to get from A to B. Ready to ride and provide, that's how I'm trained to be. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Hey, I'ma get it.
Yeah, y'all, we back.
I gotta give it to. I gotta give a shout to my man Quincy, man. He killed that joint, man. Shout out to Quincy, who also wrote out intros for Let's Be Clear and Mike's Corner, which will be on next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. on Win DC Radio. So make sure y'all tune in. Let me get back to some of these comments right quick.
And Johnny is spelled Johnnny.
Yeah, but Poochie spelled it right. Poochie said Johnny Gill. Chief of DC said Ron Isley. Joseph said, I remember betting my ex-girlfriend, Jamie Foxx's Unpredictable album would go #1 on Billboard. And she swore I lose. Easiest $50 I ever made. Chief of DC again said Teddy Pendergrass. And then that's when Brian said DC's own Johnny, Johnnnie. Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill was now Johnny Gill can sing.
He can still do it.
He can sing, but I don't know his body of work just ain't up there for me. Give me 5. Hold on. Give me 5 Johnny Gill hits. I'll wait.
5 hits or just 5 songs?
Give me 5 hits. Or you not matter of fact, go ahead. I mean, you can give me 5 songs.
Rub me the right.
Yeah, why you gotta think of it? Why you gotta think about
when
that?
I feel the magic in your hand, when I touch,
rub you the right way.
stroke.
So you got rub you the right way. You got my.
And you got the one that was on.
No, you don't. I don't know. Don't give me the one.
There you go.
There you go.
No, you can't give me the one that was on. You supposed to name them.
That's 3 right there.
Nah, one of mine was Love in the Elevator. That joint cranked.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
But you didn't know.
I
But
didn't. I know it now. But
see.
But it's
he gonna say, "Oh, that was a good."
He has a good number of hits. Like now, he just did the joint with him in New Edition. It's my favorite song too.
It can't possibly be.
Yeah, that is.
Song.
Yeah, that
It just slips my mind.
No,
Come
your favorite
on now.
song don't slip your mind.
Wait a minute.
Your favorite song don't slip your mind. Like,
No.
my favorite Teddy Pendergrass song is Bad Luck. It don't slip your mind.
Let me see something.
That's like with me with R. Kelly. I gotta go to albums because I can pick songs off every album for R. Kelly.
I mean, it's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, but it's Teddy P.
Right.
And it's
And
Bad
that goes
Luck.
back to what they said earlier about a lot of these great singers came from groups.
They did.
Right.
But anybody comes to you though, Otis. So
Nobody coming to see you. Otis.
This one's for me and you. We're doing this.
So you thinking about the Temptations? I mean,
Yeah.
they was great.
Oh.
I don't know about Otis, but they was great.
I mean, Otis did.
But
Otis
that
did
was
what he had to
one
do.
group that when they tried to branch off by themselves, they was really good.
Tasha
as a
named,
group.
Tasha named it for you, Sean. Say this one for me and you, Sean. That's
But
it.
see, some
Thank you
groups,
so much.
some groups just know we better together.
Yes.
OJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
OJ.
The Whispers.
Yes.
Hold up, OJ,
Yes.
but wasn't OJ's
Commodores.
But then somebody lead but somebody Lionel left the Commodores.
Well,
And
he
he
did.
made
He
it, though.
kind
He
of
did
did.
all
He
right.
The
was,
OJ, this
he
somebody,
was
who's
one.
OJ's?
That's,
Their members passed away.
Yeah, they passed away.
Well,
That's Eddie, wasn't it?
Eddie Levert.
Eddie Levert still living.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but he was with the OJ's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
still with
he
OJ.
still with
Okay.
OJ.
Right. Okay.
Him and William ain't never
Yeah.
left.
Right. It's one of the other guys passed away.
Joseph. Here go Joseph. Rub you the right way. My. Fair weather friend. Wrap my body tight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fair Weather Friend. Yeah.
Johnny Gill is really a one album wonder, and that was the first one for Motown. Was his best album ever.
Yeah.
So
Because that new joint.
LTD.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeffrey
yeah,
Osborne.
Jeffrey Osborne.
Now, you
Jeffrey
know,
Osborne.
That's the one that said, "Can you woo woo woo?"
Yeah.
Luther came
Woo,
from
woo,
the
woo.
group. I think he's saying backup for One Way. I think that it was either that or Anita Baker came from One Way.
Anita Baker came from Chapter 8, and I'm
Well,
going to
Chapter
need you to
8,
get
yeah.
your stuff
So
together.
it was One Way with
Luther.
with
Yeah.
Luther.
So a couple of these groups did have like great singers.
I mean, Patty came from the
LaBelles.
LaBelles.
Right.
So,
I mean, that's
you know,
But yeah, as far as like great singers and all that, yeah.
Gladys.
Diana.
I mean, but it was her, but it was Gladys and
Gladys
the,
and
Gladys Knight.
Is Diana a queen?
No, I wouldn't say she's a queen.
well, in her.
She's a diva. She's
Yeah.
a queen diva.
yeah,
Right, because I was saying her.
But
I don't
definitely
know.
not.
What song did she sing?
queen.
Reach out and touch
Yeah, that's one of them.
somebody's hand.
Okay, I have a question.
That's what else has she done? I don't know.
She did a whole
Joseph,
lot,
help
she
me,
did a whole
Joseph.
lot of pop songs.
She did a lot of talking and moving her hair.
Oh, Poochie said Freddie Jackson. Joseph said Luther sang with some, I guess, Change.
Change, that's what it was. Change.
Man, you said One Way,
But
man.
but it's somebody else that was in the group One Way that came out and did a solo joint.
Man, you need to Google,
It wasn't
Google your
Luther.
facts.
It wasn't Luther.
And you
We
wrong,
did-
so
Listen.
what you gonna do about it?
Hold on now, Stephen A. Hold on now, Stephen A. You got to get your group together now, son.
All right, I got you.
Okay, so because we
Tasha
got
said
another...
one of your favorites, Donnie Hathaway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Donnie.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just mad. I mean, well, Tasha most likely said that because she knows that my favorite of my time right now is Layla. So, but I have a...
I don't know his catalog. All I know is, nah, this Christmas,
Okay,
by your
no,
side
no.
is blazing
Donny Hathaway,
bright.
No, me, too fine. Dang, I wish my cousin
I
was
really
here.
wish my cousin was here. I really wish my cousin was here because he can, he can do, he can,
With the finger.
he can make that curl all the way curl.
Right.
But we gotta
can
get
go
off
on.
of this. So who? I mean, real
Ultimately,
quick.
you gonna say ultimately?
No, because we forgot ladies. Real quick.
I thought we were gonna do groups.
We
Nah,
never
not
talked
groups.
about
No, what you
groups.
said we were gonna do groups when
We
came
never-
back?
No, I said no. We came back with groups. We did. We said the Temptations.
We just said that because we mentioned
Yeah, we said, but like the groups was Temptations,
Oh, okay.
Four
All
Tops,
right. I
like
understand.
the Spinners,
the Spinners. Y'all said the Whispers.
I understand.
Whispers,
Y'all
yeah,
against-
OJs.
Everybody
And
against
you also
me.
named some girl groups. You had the Bells.
That's all right.
Gladys Knight with a group she was with,
She
Chapter
was with the
8.
Pips.
That was her
Pips.
group then.
Yeah, that's why I said those
Yeah.
Gladys Knight.
Wasn't
and
her
the
brother in
Pips.
that joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba. Bubba was in that group.
Joseph said
Bubba Pip.
Donna Hathaway birthed everything about neo soul.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
So
Got to give him that. Whew. Yes, Lord.
So my thing with my overall is King R&B, which be like I said, my generation would be for me would be R. Kelly.
Well, we already.
We
talked
moving on
about
to the
him.
queens.
R. Kelly.
to
R.
the
Kelly
ladies.
got that for our John.
So Queens, I mean, what that? Yeah, like it's. I don't listen to too many female artists, so it's hard for me to.
And we
name a
never,
queen.
we didn't even say Jill Scott.
Oh, we didn't bring her
Saturday.
out when we was talking.
And she
we
has
didn't say
and-
Erykah Badu.
Right.
Didn't.
And
So
both
we
of
didn't
them-
really
both
get
of
into
them-
it.
and
We
both of
didn't
them
really
got
get into
catalogs.
it.
But
We
would
didn't
they
get-
be considered R&B though?
Neo soul.
Neo
Neo soul,
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean,
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a branch.
I think with
Brian
women,
say-
it's
Brian say Smokey and the
different
Miracles.
categories for them, for women.
Yeah, because then you got Lauryn Hill,
Yeah.
you got Whitney Houston, you got
When somebody told me Whitney
Janet
Houston,
Jackson.
hands down.
Huh?
Guy works. I mean, I'm taking Whitney Houston
Well,
all day.
we just saying overall, like
Yeah.
right now you can't. I mean, Tony Braxton had a hell of a catalog in the
Yeah, he
Hell of a
'90s.
did.
run, yeah.
Yeah.
Pooja said Patty.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
not my
Patty.
king. That's not my queen.
She's not my queen.
Patty's not my queen.
I would go with Whitney.
Patty got hits. She got hits that I still listen to. And I'm talking about from back in the day. I'm talking about Beverly Hills Cop. I'm talking about
I only know two.
Stir It Up. I
only
got
know
a
two.
new
What's that?
attitude.
The new attitude. That's the
On My Own.
Oh yeah, on my own.
Friends.
On my
She
own.
got-
The
yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop joint.
Stir It Up.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And don't she sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, them on-
My
yeah,
attitude. I mean, I got a new
Oh,
attitude.
ooh, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I got a new attitude. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that.
My
that
song
joint.
for her is
Was it
Friends.
Moulin Rouge, right? They did Moulin Rouge. joint.
That was
That's when she's with the
LaBelle.
Right.
But that joint do be cranking though, yeah. So
I'm taking. I'm
It's a
taking
bunch
Patty.
of people. Mariah Carey had a big, like a long run.
She can't
Yeah,
sing.
yeah,
She
Anita
can't
Baker.
sing a lick now.
I
boy.
didn't say she was a queen. I just said she had a.
she can't
had
sing
a
or
run.
move.
Yeah, she can't do nothing. now.
Mary,
Hey, I asked my cousin to be here. Eddie here.
Mary J. Had, I mean, the night she's still relevant.
Yeah.
See, those are the people.
We
you
needed
know
you
what
here
I'm
tonight, cuz. They ain't want me to sing for them.
saying? No, those are the people. Beyonce is a hell of an entertainer, but
Yes.
she's not a singer for me.
She would
But that goes to
definitely,
be said,
she would
but-
definitely get the queen of entertainment, hands down.
That
We-
she going that pop
was
side.
that's
Yeah.
the pop.
Definitely.
Yeah, she'll go on that pop side.
Definitely.
But she's not a singer for me.
Joseph he'd take Queen of He'd take Whitney. Brian, yeah, If You Only Knew. I do know that one too,
Oh, yeah.
from Patty, If You Only Knew. Yeah. So we pretty much agree. We all in unison with right now the king of R&B. We talking about that's out there because I know Neen probably can go behind, shut the door, and
You
name
need
a
to
lot
say
of people
genre.
about genre. Yeah, but I know Neen can go to.
I mean, about our era. Sorry, generation.
Neen probably can close the door and say, okay, this person is good. Like y'all was saying, Eric Roberson and all them other people that's really, really good, and it should be on that level. But far as that's out there, creativity, music, songwriting, and everything, it's gonna be R. Kelly. Now, as far as the women's side, we ride with Whitney right now.
No, it's gonna be Whitney. If you go overall, it's gonna be her because you talking about.
He gonna say, "Don't you do it." Hey, Neen, stop me. I was about to give him the.
No, please. Come on.
Somebody said Alicia Keys.
Nah, she ain't no queen for me, but she's excellent. She's good.
Yeah.
She got a nice body of work.
She does.
Because if that's the case, Monica, Brandy,
Oh, yeah.
they all got.
I can't go with Monica with them shoes on.
No, Monica.
Monica
But that
can
was
sing.
back during that time,
You
though.
tryna eat
Them
Doritos?
shoes
Okay.
cranked back then.
She can sing though.
Brandy and Monica, all of them had body,
Good body.
Yeah,
good
Brandy,
bodies
yeah.
of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you still know about them today. They don't have any newer hits, but they're still relevant
Yeah.
as in the sense that you can turn their music on and be like,
Yeah, Brandy tried it, but she had to take a back seat. She tried to drop a new one. It's over.
Yeah,
I mean-
you're not gonna really feel them right now because I think again, like Neen said and Becky was saying when they ride in the car, sometimes you gotta catch that beat or you gotta get a hook for you to even say, okay, that's a good song. I might want to listen to her album or something like that. So if you can't really catch an ear, it's gonna be real tough, especially if you're somebody of that caliber.
Right.
yeah, but
Now-
when it's R&B and neo soul and stuff, you definitely looking for the beat
Yeah, so that's
and the
why
words.
Yeah.
For
Bruce
me,
said, Bruce said, so y'all know about Phyllis Hyman?
For me, it's the lyrics.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I didn't leave her out. No, he's absolutely right.
Damn, Anita Baker.
I said Anita Baker.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to disrespect you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't disrespect.
Arlene said, great show. My first time catching your show. I go by Lady Blue up here in Baltimore, and I host my own show up here. I tuned in because of the show topic and the fact I am a DV survivor of the violence. We about to get into that.
We about to get into that.
So I lost my own awareness event. I host my own awareness event up in Baltimore, and we are planning our 5th year. I wanted to hear your discussions with us. Unfortunately, I have to get back to work. You can always tune in later. Also, go back to the show later on, Arlene, or as you go by Lady Blue. We about to get into that now, but you can always go back to the show later on and listen to our comments or our views and our thoughts on the domestic violence.
She can listen to Let's Be Clear show.
Let's be clear. And we're not just talking about domestic violence against women. We actually are talking about domestic violence against men.
So thank y'all for tuning into
Yeah.
that segment. I didn't think it was gonna go that long, but
Right.
it did. And we could go on. We can probably do a 2-hour show on music simply because we know it can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joseph
we
And
does
then you
it every.
start remembering, like, what about...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph does it every Wednesday
Yeah.
from 11 to 1
Check
on
out
Bars,
Bars.
with AJ Throwback. Check him out right here on Win DC, actually tomorrow. So like Mike said, because we just gonna flip it and go right into it. Flip it. We don't need your sound effects. Lord have mercy. We gonna go right into it. Our other segment, which is totally different from the music segment, was about domestic violence. And while domestic violence is so, prevalent against women, I find, because of a personal situation that I recently was made aware of, it's happening a lot against men. And the reason why people don't know is because it's not reported.
Yep.
And contrary to what people believe, I believe the stats right now is for every 1 in 4
Is
one out
in
of
3
every
for
4
women, 1 in 4 for men.
Right. No, it's 1 out of 4 and 1 out of 7.
1 out of 7
Right.
for men.
It's 1 out of every 4 women is being is being abused, and 1 out of every 7 men.
Whew. I was going to say
Are
1 out of every
being-
4 men. That means somebody on Mike's corner being domestically being abused. They trying to tell us.
They why are you laughing?
No, we were saying, because you said it 1 out of 4. We thought about 1 out of 4 men. No, I'm like, because Becky said when y'all want to
Come
talk
on,
about
Mike.
something.
Mike.
No.
Come on, let's clean it up. son.
One out of every 7 men are being abused, and it's not being reported. And I don't know why, but it's not.
Men's pride.
That's
Arlene said
The main
one
thing.
out of every 4 and 1 out of every 7. We not reported because it's gonna be looked upon us to be suckers. I mean, I'm not saying that's my personal view of it, but that's how most men think.
No, I don't. I don't even think. Well, if they're not doing it because of that, then they're crazy as hell. But I just think that they're not doing it because a lot of times men aren't believed.
yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. I didn't read that anywhere.
It was pride. Well, something I did. It said that the reason they don't, for one, is because pride and they won't be believed.
That's what Bruce just said.
And for 2, the police officers and the court systems are prone to not believing them. They will believe that the woman is actually the victim over the man, even though they're coming in to report it. So that's why they don't, because they fearing that if they do report it, it's going to be flipped around and they're going to be the ones going to jail.
Arlene said, Arlene said, black women are more subject to fatal violence and domestic violence relationships, and as far as men, they don't report because of the stigma associated with it. And that's kind of true, because of a man, like like I said, like we talked before about saying stuff is in the presentation how you give.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't be around your boys and be like, man, my girl, I mean, I'm going through some domestic violence. They be like, what?
First of all, why in the hell are you saying it like that?
I mean, because
Hey,
you
y'all,
know,
I'm going through some domestic violence.
because men don't know how to articulate and know how to bring that out to people.
A man has to be really showing a whole lot of bruises and beat the hell up before the police or anybody believe him. Because it's just like they're not going to believe the fact that a man is actually being abused and then he's actually reporting it. It's not to say that they're not going to take care of it, but
what, domestic violence is only physical violence?
that's what it's looked at. It's not. We all know it's mental, verbal, physical, but it's always, whenever you discuss it, it's always thought about being physical.
Now, I will say that from what Becky and I researched is domestic violence against women will definitely result in death
Yeah.
more so than
Men dying from it.
But women stalk more
Then
than men stalk.
Man,
One thing, hold on. I saw earlier today, men get stalked more by both women and men more than women.
You mean like in the gay community?
It didn't really specify.
Because
But
you don't
it
have
just-
to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
It could
you don't
be
really
the-
have
it
to
could
be in a
the husband
relationship.
or something.
Yeah,
of
it was
person
the
that you-
percentage was higher for those doing it from an intimate partner, but overall, men are stalked more by men and women.
Joseph said, goes back to that show we had 2 weeks ago. Like Sean just said, it's pride. And then, like Mike alluded to, it's also feeling that like they don't have somebody to talk to about it without being ridiculed. Unfortunately, Mike is right. Men generally aren't great at expressing their emotions already. So compound that with having to tell somebody, I'm being abused. Because at first, if somebody tell you, if I go to Sean and say, Sean, I'm being abused, Sean will laugh like, man, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to think it's a joke.
I'm just going to pick up a name.
Nah, but for real, like seriously. You look at it
But
like...
no, but see, I wouldn't know if you're serious or not. You know, if somebody knows you, they'll know if you're serious or not. If you say
it's in the presentation.
right. But
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to only really release that to, I'm not going to say only, you may want to just release that information to one of your closest friends, but then you may be that bad off where you need somebody from your job or somebody you need to talk to. Hey, look, I just got to get something off my chest. I don't know how to get out, how to get out of my situation, but I'm being abused at home. And it doesn't have to be physically. It can be verbally.
Arlene said there are too many levels to this act. The most prevalent is physical, financial, verbal, physical. She said physical again. Financial again, spiritual, family-oriented, work-related, etc. Same-sex partners see a higher rate of violence, especially in the transgender arena. I guess you mean transgender era or
No,
arena. Okay.
Or area or something.
The transgender area, probably yeah. But I mean, it's always gonna be tough for a man to express himself in that category because that's just something men don't do. I don't know why, because again, like you said earlier, it's gonna be ridiculed. You don't want that, and if you don't present it right, and you gotta have the right group of friends to understand that, because if you don't got the right group of friends, it's gonna be a joke.
Well, it's
And
just
that's
like
why a lot of them kill
society
themselves.
just automatically assumes
Oh,
that
she said, I'm working
women.
and she said she's supposed to with the work. She said, I'm working and listening to Skew for the type error. She just couldn't leave.
Yeah, unfortunately, what I find is with domestic violence around the country as a whole, when you hear about someone being abused, you automatically think it's a man against a woman, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it is, and I'm not making light of any of it, but some of these women be lying, right?
And I think that's
they
a
be
bigger
in
issue.
They be in situations where they're the aggressor, right? And you have a man in a relationship that's not, but when something happens and ultimately there's an issue, the court system, like Mike said, or the police coming,
They're gonna take the man first.
They're gonna automatically take the man first. And I'm saying that because I know of a situation that is going on right now where it was a couple and a personal situation. This is not hearsay, but it ain't us. I'm not jacking Mike up. The female was the aggressor, and she purposely did things to make herself look like the victim, and he was arrested.
A thin line between love and hate.
Yeah.
He was arrested and is sitting in jail right now for something that
not just any jail.
Yeah, it's New York.
So what jail is it?
Rikers. And he's sitting waiting for his court date, but she was automatically believed. He had no choice. Cops came, she said what she said, they immediately took him. Mind you, he just as jacked up.
Wow. Normally, if you both are showing
not
bruises,
in New York.
And that goes back to what we said earlier.
That's what it should be. Let's
Yeah,
take
that's what it
y'all
is
both
now.
out of here.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
Until
Like
we
down
get-
here, it's both
we
of
get-
them.
yeah.
It's both of them.
Yeah.
But we say like how New York, I don't know why New York should be a Commonwealth state, because it seemed like that
We got issues.
They got their situations.
We
that
got some stuff up there.
Their judicial system is way worse than some of these Commonwealth states.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Joseph said anything which has to do with domestic relations, divorce, child support, custody, abuse, etc., typically leans toward women and children because they're usually the victims.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They are, but obviously, I feel like I'm just saying we're not going to do it, and every situation is not going to be handled on the basis of that one situation. It's just going to be overall. That's why as soon as someone comes out and say that they've been abused, it blows up. Meaning a woman, it blows up
because they automatically believed.
They're automatically believed, and again, I know that 9 times out of 10 it's probably true that they're being abused, but I'm just saying that every situation deserves the same amount of attention if the other person is saying no.
But
Erica
say up there they do take both.
Yeah, but
because up there they take both.
Okay, but in this I'm talking about in this particular situation, he was taken. She was not.
And see, a lot of things that we don't do, we don't get things. We don't have our I's dotted and our T's crossed. A lot of times when this stuff comes, sometimes the women just come and just say what they got to say, and we do not. We'll be like, whatever, she lying.
They don't take it seriously.
They don't take it serious enough to be like, nah, this is exactly what happened. You got to have all your. It's like with child support and stuff like that.
Take pictures.
Take pictures of yourself.
Secretly record if you got to, because women
the way
surely
these phones
do
work
it.
today, please, you can put the phone in your pocket and record. Yeah. It don't got to be the video. You can just have it listening.
And have it recorded.
Yeah, I mean, we always bring up shows. We watch a show on the ID channel called Hear No Evil. And these people were like convicted based off of things that were taped. Like the other person taping, whatever, the killer, the abuse, whoever, they were on tape, and it's called Hear No Evil. So yeah, you definitely can tape. But I do have a question, and this is one of those questions to just get everybody to answer. If you're being abused, right, and you go through the motions of filing a suit or whatever it's called, whatever the
Restraining
paperwork
order.
is called. Yes, I'm sorry. And you do all of that. Why do so many people recant? That's heavy in the game. Like, they recant, they end up going back, and sometimes they end up losing their lives because
You
they...
talking about the regular commoners?
I'm talking about people being abused, male, female, or whatever. There's a lot of recanting.
I know a lot of them because with these athletes or these entertainers, they get paid. That's why you recant. They get that bag. Like Q said, and then chase the bag. They get that bag. So that's why they recant. They recant, get back with them, stuff like that. Joseph said, agreed, Neen. It should be equal attention given because you never know what the end result could be.
No.
By turning a blind eye or being cavalier about it. Arlene says, women today use domestic violence as a crutch, though. To harm yourself at the expense of another human being, life that you did. Hold up. To harm yourself at the expense of another human being's life that you know did nothing to you. What does that say about you as a person? Law says you both fight, you both go. Most officers lean towards the women because of what we call a Superman complex. They feel they are saving someone, the female, instead of assessing the situation. I see it all day. BS will topple the truth all the time. You must document. Like Becca just said, not having is like never happened. It may seem like a waste of time, but it's better to have the documentation. And that's why we said, videotape, not video, but hit the record on your phone. Like, hey, all you need, because you need a witness. The woman don't need the witness.
No, and I've never been in a situation where, I was in one situation that could have potentially been very abusive to me, but I was just, you swung once and I was done. Like, whoa, okay, so that's what we doing? And I was gone. But in those situations, I can't really comment too much on it because I don't know the full scope. I'm just asking questions because of how I think. Like, why would you create a situation knowing that it didn't really happen? Like, I don't.
Arlene said abused people would not report it because of fear. Who will love me? Who will take care of me? Where will I go? What about the kids having a father? To get beyond the mind warp is the first step. That could be true too. And a man can feel the same way. Like
he's not gonna say all that.
I'm not gonna say all that. Like, you know what we gonna say? Man, I'm gonna be alright. Knowing deep inside you not gonna be alright. Like, cause
crushed.
You crushed about that you're going through that. Then you crushed about the fact that you don't have no plan. Like what? Like you never thought that you would be in a domestic violence relationship as a man. So you like, honestly, you don't know what to do.
It takes a man longer to really push before a woman.
Right, and it's easy to say leave. I'm not even going to sit here and say why they don't just leave. Obviously, that doesn't work because you see so many women being killed after leaving, like after taking
As
that.
many shows as y'all watch, I've seen a lot of women do the killing too, though.
Yeah. But again,
and they're more scientific with theirs.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not mistaken, I think who did that? Who put the cyanide in the water bottle at the job?
No, that was a man.
That was a man. Yeah. But it's as much as the shows they watch, it's like.
But see, 9 times out of 10,
they strategically think it out.
Yes.
9 times out of 10, with those type of situations, they're not domestic violence situations. It's the man is done. He want to leave. I don't want to lose the money. These are just the scenarios that we see constantly, all the time on those, which are real, true stories. But that's what it is. He's done. He want to leave. She like, whoa, okay, he got a new girl.
What am I going to do?
What am I going to do? You taking the coin. Well, we going to kill you and try to keep the money. Stupid.
Eric said because they love him too much and because they love him too much and they feel they can't live without them. You got one time to attempt to hit me like man, and I will end your life and I'll be locking you up. Oh,
She double. She got the
Yeah, no,
police.
no,
She
no,
doing
no.
both of them.
Right,
I'ma
right.
kill you and put handcuffs on you.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not trying to be in a domestic relationship with a goddamn police officer in the first place.
Don't do that one.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I just think it's some sucker shit for a man to hit a woman. Vice versa, for a woman to hit a man. Because although I don't believe in hitting women, but it ain't no easy way to say it. Like if you put yourself in a man's place, I'm gonna knock your ass out. But that's just dumb too. You know what I'm saying? So you, as a man part of it, you kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. So
I mean, I don't know. The men or women that are in these situations where they're abusing another person, is it always mental?
mental.
Could be.
Is it mental?
Not always, but
Because that's the first thing.
When a man, you mean when a man hit a woman? Or
I'm talking about either, because sometimes you hear people say, they something going on. He or she not right in their head.
Not necessarily.
If you say
it
mental
could
health,
just be
like I know mental health is a big thing, so I don't know. Yeah, it could be, but that's kind of
it is kind of mental,
too,
right?
because I grew up in a domestic violence home, and I've seen it all with my grandmother, with my mom and my aunts. But I never got to that point where that was the norm.
But I think that seeing it and growing up in it could take you two ways.
yeah, it can influence
You can have two children in the same home seeing the same exact thing and go two different ways. One boy or girl can say, this is not right, and go the whole complete opposite direction. And then you can have this one seeing it like, yeah, I'm supposed to jack you up.
That's true, because I saw it growing up, and I was in a situation. It was one time, and I was done. On the other hand, another sibling was in that situation. Like you said, went to get the restraining order. 2 weeks later, recanted, went back and stayed.
That's what I'm saying. So you can go two different ways, because not all women and not all men, but I'm thinking some people that end up in these situations are targeted because their self-esteem might be low, somebody might
That's a major issue.
Somebody will attach to that, and they'll learn it and have it like, I know how to get her. And then you have this person believing nobody else wants them.
And they really
you can't make it without me, and they honestly believe it, because it's like drilled in their head, just like something is drilled in your head as a kid. Like, if you touch that goddamn stove, it's gonna burn you. So it's drilled in your head. So now
but
you
you're
know
gonna keep trying it.
Yeah, but then you know,
burned.
like, damn.
Okay, I got burned.
I already knew I wasn't supposed to do
it
that.
wasn't that bad, so I'm gonna do it again.
Erica says my favorite domestic violence movie is The Burning Bed. She couldn't get out and had no other option, so she took her kids, set his ass on fire, and got off. Arlene says subtle signs are often the most ignored to a violent home situation. Joseph said, agreed, Mike, I'm not hitting a woman even if she hits me first. Maybe I'll shake some sense to her, but I'm not closing my fist or opening my palm to slap her for any reason. Say took her back to The Burning Bed. Talk about infamously legendary.
Yeah,
I've all said, baby.
That was a good movie.
Arlene said telling someone to just leave and not knowing the entire situation is more detrimental to the victim than anything.
That's why I say you can't really be like, girl,
you don't know
should
the
just
situation,
leave. Or why you just don't leave. You can't do
She said
that.
they have to find trust in someone in order to make a move. Narcissistic behavior and gaslighting is prevalent daily. Even in our current administration, abusers tend to find your weakness and prey on it. Once they wear you down, they have you and continue to work on you. Sleeping with the Enemy is another high profile movie about this violence.
Oh yeah,
Sleeping with the Enemy is good. That's
And
the one with Julia Roberts.
Yep.
Yes,
my girl had one too. Enough.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Jeopardy.
Lopez.
yeah.
Double Jeopardy
Yeah.
was similar
That's
to
the one she
it.
the other he faked the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, she beat his ass.
And she
again.
couldn't go to jail again for
She
it.
went to jail because she supposedly killed them.
But she couldn't go back to jail
Yeah,
because
she
she
killed
was
him.
And then
already.
she really killed
Yeah,
them.
She really
him.
killed
Yeah,
him.
she could have killed him. Yeah, okay. That's what I remember.
See, that would be something that I would want. Like if I thought I killed you and then I go to jail for it, but you faked your death, and then I find you, I'ma kill
I'm
you.
gonna kill you for real.
See, what DC said, nobody should hit anybody, man or woman.
No, we
That's
totally
absolutely true.
agree, but
Yeah.
unfortunately,
It's
that's
happening.
just not the
It's
that's just
happening.
not the world we live in.
It's happening.
In a perfect world, none of this would be happening.
And people don't understand, like Ali said earlier, that in domestic violence relationships, like you never know how deep it is. Sometimes it's real deep where you say, like you said, and then people go back after the fact. Like why did you go back? Even let's remove the athletes or entertainers from the whole situation, and it ain't even about money. Like I go with the situation of saying that low self-esteem people. That's why.
On either the victim
yeah,
or the
like
aggressor.
Because you know, even the male or female could be drilling that in their head. Like you said as a baby, don't touch that damn stove. It's hot. Don't touch the stove. It's hot. Don't touch the stove. It's hot. You know what? You'll find out. Touch that joint, burn the shit out you. So in a relationship, as a man or a woman, they prey on them ones that got that low self-esteem. So what they do is they embed that thought process. They take that part of your brain and let you know that you cannot be nothing without me.
Right, you know why? Because hurt people hurt people. So if you're hurt, you're naturally gonna try to hurt someone else.
And that's the thing about it, it's like a train effect. Because even the male or I think the male or the female that's doing the domestic violence was in that situation before too, and they probably was the victim.
Or they saw it
from their kid, from they saw it growing up, or their parents did it to them, or whatever the case is. Like there was a story, and I know a lot of people knew about it.
They are naming movies like Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I Can Do Bad All By Myself, Acrimony, Proud Murray. They coming with the movie, Obsessed.
But you know, it was a lady. It was big because she was on 2020. This woman was being humiliated by her husband at home, and he had her kids helping him.
Is domestic violence, does that coincide with bullying?
Yeah, you're being bullied.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you being bullied. And that's what I'm saying. He had her kids taping him beat her, or taping him just straight up humiliating
You know
her.
how ignorant that is.
But you don't even know how that's affecting your
Yeah,
kids.
like,
though.
dude, are
to
you
be able to have to
serious?
do something like that to their mom.
And
Like,
then the effects that it had was the daughter was mad at the mother because she said, I can't believe that you staying here and letting him do this to you. You stupid for staying, right? That's what was going on with the daughter. So I know she probably had issues too. And the sons is doing what their father say because they thinking,
This is what I'm supposed to do.
and
'cause
this
We
goes
had-
back,
told me.
right? And this goes back
Yeah.
to what Lady D said. It takes you to be comfortable enough to go to someone. She kept coming to work, bruised up. Finally, her boss said, something is going on at your house that you're not telling me, and we getting ready to get to the bottom of this. And it was her boss that was able to get in enough for her to tell her what was going on, and her boss helped her get out. And when he got arrested, the only thing that he could say at his hearing is turn around and tell her, when I get out of here, I'm coming to fucking kill you. And the judge said, well, you know what? That is what I needed to hear. Thank you for saying that. Never. You're never getting out.
Chief of DC said, until the pain of staying, the same becomes greater than the pain of change. You will stay the same. Joe said that's a word. Erica said, some men and women look and act normal, but underneath of all that lies a nutcase. Some notice and they are out, and others stay because they thought it was a one-time thing, and then they end up with swollen, shut eye, or dead. Also, most women won't admit they are being abused.
And unfortunately, a lot of times we miss the signs.
Yeah.
Y'all know our rules. You in trouble. Blink.
Sometimes we ignore the signs. I won't even say miss them. We
ignore
flat
them.
out
Ignore
ignore them joints.
Because you so wrapped up in that feeling that you think is love.
Or you
because
wrapped up
you-
and be like, nah, not him. Nah,
He
not
wouldn't
her.
do that.
No,
I know her.
because that
I know
representative
him.
that you met
Mm-hmm.
got you gassed up. And then when you and I'm not just talking for men on women. I'm talking about women on men too. You meet that nice person and they give you all of that at the beginning, and then when y'all nice and in it, this fool
Cussing you out,
this
belittling
fool
you.
or her or that, yeah, they completely
Like,
turn
what?
on you.
Taking your straight manhood from you.
And a man just ripping you of all your woman, like just ripping you, tearing you down. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. They tear you down.
A lot of men do that. They get the women with the low self-esteem issues because they know they can't get a woman that's on that level of them too. Like what's our girl name that was on with Tina Turner friend? Remember she said he only got one time. Remember they was in the coffee shop or the day? She only got
Jackie.
one time. Jackie, you only got one time. Yeah, you only got one time to put your hands on me.
I quit.
Yeah,
That's
and
it,
that's
I'm
what
done.
a lot of one that's preying on a man or woman. They always will get somebody with that low self-esteem to make sure that they would never. You are never to go up against me. You are never to defy me. It's almost like having. It's kind of I want to say borderline slave mentality.
Because I think that they listen to you. They listen to you.
That is it, right
They
there.
listen
Don't
to
nobody. First of all, don't nobody want you. Don't nobody want you but me. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like I take care of you.
Oh, when he said that, I was like,
That's what I'm saying. That's how they do.
You saw my
Who the
mom
hell
was
are
like,
you talking
yeah,
to?
like,
That's how they do,
what?
though.
hey, I thought he was talking to me at first. I'm like,
Yeah.
Brainwashing you real
What
quick.
you mean?
Yeah, that's what
Don't
you
nobody
do.
want
You
me?
break you once you find that person that's low self-esteem.
oh, fast.
You break them in.
Hold on now, Seinfeld.
No, but what I'm saying is,
Tierra
Women-
saying it's the cake anime, and that just was wrong.
no, what I'm saying is we women, I'm just going to say women because I'm a woman. Women tend to share with a man that they're dating. And unless you just like know better than to just give all your stuff up at the beginning. But women share. Well, and we always sharing about old relationships.
Yeah.
I don't know why the hell.
And
But
go
we
into
always
full
doing
detail about what he did
What
wrong
he did
and how he
wrong
hurt
and
me. And
I would
okay,
never
baby,
I
do
would
that to
never
you.
do that to you.
And
then
that's
they
when you
got
got
all of
him.
that, and they like,
use it against you.
so she be staying, or she be, oh okay,
She going to take it.
Ali say, nah, for real though. I'm out this time for real. Thanks for the conversation.
But then on the flip side, women will find men that they know not gonna put their hands on them, not really argumentative, and they take that and use
They think
that
they
to their
soft.
advantage, and they
Straight
think
up.
they soft.
They think they soft.
and those are ones that's getting beat.
They think they soft.
I'm tell you right now, it's a crying shame for women
not
or
a
men.
crying shame.
It is. It's a crying shame for women or men to go out there and prey on somebody that's weak like that. Like it should be different laws for this type of shit. I'm serious. Like
It really should. Like
really
straight
should.
up.
Yeah.
It really should. You should get some time when you do some bullshit like that.
bruh, like really.
Crimes against
premeditated.
domestic violence, and
It
crimes
is.
against.
No, it is. That shit is premeditated. When you seriously go out and look
Yeah.
for somebody that's low
Yeah.
self-esteem, men or women, that's premeditated. You already know what you're trying to do.
Crimes against people like that, like domestic violence crimes and crimes against children. Crimes against children is something that I just cannot deal with. Like I cannot deal with. I just
But you know,
cannot
that's a
deal
whole
with it.
different number that we never even talked about these kids that's in these DV relationships. It's teenagers that's in domestic violence relationships.
Yeah, but that goes back to me saying they ignore the signs, because when your boyfriend is worrying about your every move, calling you 50 times a day and doing all of this and not giving you a chance to breathe, you think it's cute.
Especially
Because I
if you
clearly
missing something or
and I'm not
getting
even
something at
I'm speaking
home.
because We've done it.
Yeah.
You're young and you have a man all up and down on you, and you like, girl, he called me 10 times today. He tripping.
He don't he tell me what I should wear, what I shouldn't wear.
Until that one time that you getting dressed and you put something on and he say, why you wearing that? You like, please. And that hand come. Then it's like, okay, wait. But you thought it was cute telling your friends that he called you 50 times a day. Let me tell you something.
Crazy.
Don't call me
deranged.
No 50 times a day.
There's nothing to talk about that much.
It's
nothing.
Crazy.
There's nothing to talk about that much.
50 times.
Where you at? Put the phone up so I can hear where you at. Let me listen to the background.
You in the bathroom?
Time out.
What you doing it?
Hold on there, Seinfeld.
Oh,
You done sound like that was too much. That sound like a conversation you done had before.
I'm just saying, I know people.
Oh my God! Put the phone up so I can listen in the background.
Put the phone into the shower. I don't think in the shower.
What? Really? With the quiet storm voice?
Yeah.
I need to know where you at
I'm
right
about
now.
to go in the bathroom. Take the phone in there with you.
Tierra say insecure. She says surely hard to believe for me that there's anyone who truly have an unconditional love, one that don't cost the price that can't be paid. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Joe said there's nothing.
Shout out to my sister. She's She's looking and listening from New York City.
New York City.
I love you.
Joe said there's nothing good about having a warden for a mate. It usually ends terrible. And it is. Yeah. And to trust and believe, all these people that's in this domestic violence, it's nothing good coming out of this situation. Because one of y'all gonna die. It's gonna be the one, and the one that you probably praying on gonna be the one that could turn out to be scared, gonna kill you out of fear.
Yeah, like it's awesome when men and or women can get out safely.
And it just be
safely.
Done with it. Like nothing else.
Because it breaks your heart when you hear about these situations where the person leaves.
She love you too.
Where they leave and then they ultimately
like they did the right thing and then they still end up dead.
What about counseling? Does that help?
It does.
I believe therapy should the couple goes to
in
counseling?
some situations
sometimes it can help because the
that's
domestic
what the
violence.
Was, if he hit you once, he gonna hit you again.
No. Sometimes therapy can work.
Now I got a question. How does a guy that was abused move on to his next female to say?
Wow.
Does he tell her that he was in that type of relationship?
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man.
It's one of those. It's one of those conversations that's where relationships mess. Nobody is being honest. But that's a conversation that you need.
But then it's like you don't want to tell her because you don't want her reaction to think of you as soft.
Or you don't want her to start doing the same thing.
Right.
Well, you gotta be calculated in the way you tell it.
I mean, because women do it.
Rochelle say, sad to say it takes 10 times or more before somebody leave. Tierra said, I would rather love myself than put myself in danger and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
that's right. See, that's Tierra is what I'm talking about. That's you know what, you might be beating on me, but what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Okay,
I'm gonna end up killing your ass.
Let me just put this on out there. When I said my sister, this is my blood sister. My blood sister. You put your hands on her, I can almost promise you're gonna lose your life. So when she says that ain't coming from I just rather love myself. That's coming from straight life. I'm gonna kill your ass.
That sound like if a dude smack Tierra gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
I'm gonna take that one.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and leave because right now
this is proven fact.
Right now, I'm gonna tell you right now,
this ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
Let me tell you something, Tierra Stewart, you do not want that goddamn smoke. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Like my man in Creed told
you don't want that heat.
That's what do you say? That's balanced breakfast over there.
Hey, Slim.
You don't want that heat. I'm trying to tell you.
And that's it. And that's from watching. We watched God Friended Me last night, and the episode was about this guy who killed the dude that started the show. Came into contact with the guy that killed his mother. So the guy was in a new relationship. So he was like, his fiance came home. So she was like, "Who is these?" And then he was like, "Some old friends of mine." He was like, "Old friends? So you still not gonna say nothing? You killed my mother." So she was like, you never told me about that. They never had that conversation. So that goes with the Nene says. Like, you got to have that conversation.
It's certain things that happen in your life that you need to tell people about.
You have to.
You have to have the conversation.
That's my show right there.
You have to have the conversation. Some stuff can, is not worth even dredging up. But domestic violence and stuff like that, I think that you should tell your partner, especially given the fact if this person is still walking the street.
Erica said just the other day a young lady was murdered in her bed, steps away from her 5-day-old baby, and her baby father did it. Her family didn't even know that she's being abused for a while.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people don't. And then another thing before we get out of here is some people don't talk about it because they think they can handle it. And I think that if I was ever in a situation like that, that would be me, because I feel like I can handle whatever I'm going through. It's a flaw.
Like Eddie Murphy say, just go to sleep.
It's a flaw.
Just go to sleep.
You know what? I don't need to tell my family I'm being domestically abused because they gonna see it on Channel 9 News in the morning. They gonna be like, damn, that look like Nene house with that yellow tape around it, because
what didn't happen?
This dude done died. He done died.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Lost his whole life in here last night.
At the end of the day, like, you gotta have. I mean, we would like to always reach out to people to say, like, if you in a relationship, I know we make a light of the situation. We say if you in trouble, just blink, but that's serious.
No, I need you to blink.
Blink for real. You know what I'm saying? Blink for real, because it's not gonna end bad. It's not gonna end good for you. It's always gonna end badly. I mean, come on, we done heard about the dude that threw the gas on the lady when she was at the phone
right
place.
at the T-Mobile in
Clinton. You know what I'm saying? And then burned her up. It's like, come on, like,
thank God she survived.
Yeah, like, you
but
have to.
At what cost?
Yeah.
Several.
And now you have that constant reminder.
Yeah, several surgeries and stuff just to get function in her arms and all of that stuff like that.
I won't allow no one to get mentally sick to a point where I must be your prisoner. I must be free to live without the possibility of being imprisoned. Rochelle said, I've met...
That's a word.
I've met Yvette Cade, and the abuse first started at verbal. She said, Tierra said, I am dangerous only because I need to be free in love. Joseph said, dude, I knew was stalking and abusing his baby mother for years. She took out a restraining order on him, and he ultimately killed her. A lot of people feel like they're damned if they leave and damned if they stay. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, I would say leave. If y'all not gonna sit there and go to counseling together and try to work it out, just leave. And just, I mean, I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy to get up and leave and go to a whole other state or whatever. But you got to do, at the end of the day,
try at least
do what's best for yourself.
Somebody
that
you feel comfortable enough to share your story with.
Tierra, this is one of the big things that's going on right now. Tierra said mental abuse gives women a space to be abused further. That can't happen. And that's what's real big right now is mental abuse. So please, if y'all know somebody or
you are that somebody, reach out to
someone.
Please.
I mean, to be honest, seriously, you can inbox one of us and maybe we will have information for you to go to talk to somebody.
If we don't know, we can find out.
We will find out. Like, and you can always, I mean, I know you inbox somebody, you won't be anonymous, but at least that the help will come from somebody that you don't know, and he can't put it on you or she can't put it on you. Like, you did this. Like, this joint coming from somebody that you don't know. So you sending help somewhere. Just say something, though.
We want to thank y'all for joining us on both segments. We appreciate y'all. We love the love. We thank you so much every single week for the support. It does not go unnoticed. So thank you so much. Tune in to Mike's Corner next week, next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. I know y'all gonna miss us. We gonna miss y'all too.
Okay.
Hey, so make sure y'all have a happy New Year. But first, have a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so we gonna see y'all in the New Year because I think our show is actually on New Year's. So we will see y'all in the New Year. We gonna have some bubbly up here to toast with y'all.
Yeah.
We gonna have some bubbly to toast with y'all. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next year.
Peace out.
Right. Hey, looking to purchase a new home? I got the real estate agent just for you. Check out Ms. Sakina Kingwood, Realtor and CSR with Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. She lists and sells homes in Maryland and Washington, D.C., specializing in Southern Prince George's County and Northern Charles County, Maryland. New home sales, move-up buyers, and first-time home buyers are her specialty. To discuss your real estate needs, call or text Sakina Kingwood at 240-375-4790. Let her know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you.
Are you hungry like I am? Let me tell you what you should do. You should head right on over to DC's first IHOP located at 1523 Alabama Avenue Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's the first black-owned and operated IHOP in D.C. At IHOP, they want you to think of their table as your family's table. Create new memories and enjoy the food you love with the people you love, and they will take care of the cooking. We promise you that Renata and her team will take real good care of you. They are open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and open 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. So stop by and let them know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you. And guess what? You just might get a discount.